Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode corporate filings and make them make sense, especially when it comes to the money. Today we are diving into Lexicon Pharmaceuticals' August report, and let's just say they released some pretty interesting news. So what is this all about? It's a current report, basically like a quick update from Lexicon Pharmaceuticals. Think of it as a company's way of saying, here's what's new on a specific day. And this filing is all about their financial results for the quarter that ended on June 30, 2025. They put out a press release to share all the nitty-gritty details, and that press release is attached to this report for us to look at. This press release is the start of the show here. It lays out how the company performed financially during that 3-month period. While this report itself doesn't give us all the numbers directly, it points us to that press release as the source of truth for their financial condition and how they did in that quarter. It's like the official announcement of their latest quarterly report card. Lexicon Pharmaceuticals is traded on the Nasdaq Capital Market, and their stock is known by the symbol LXRX. It's a pretty common setup for companies listed on major exchanges, showing they are a publicly traded entity with shares that investors can buy and sell. This tells us about their basic ownership structure. They have common stock, and each share has a very small value, just 1/10 of a cent, called its par value. This is mostly a legal technicality, but it is a fundamental aspect of how their ownership is divided up and traded. The company itself is incorporated in Delaware, which is super common for businesses in the US. Also, they have a commission file number, which is like a unique ID for them with the government, and an IRS employer identification number, that's their tax ID. These are mainly for regulatory and administrative purposes, so while important for the company's official existence, they don't tell us much about how well the business is actually doing financially. And like any official document, it's signed off by someone important. Brian T. Crum, who is the Senior Vice President and General Counsel, signed this report on August 6, 2025. This shows that the company is properly acknowledging and filing this information as required by law. Now let's get to what really matters, the financial story. While this 8K filing itself doesn't contain the detailed financial tables, it directs us to a press release that does. This press release would hold the key figures for Lexicon's performance in the quarter ending June 30, 2025. In a typical filing like this, we'd be looking for vital signs like revenue, profit, costs, and cash flow. These numbers tell us if the company is growing, if it's making money, and how efficiently it's operating. For instance, a rise in revenue generally means they are selling more products facing headwinds that are impacting its bottom line. These are the kinds of questions we try to find. In a typical filing like this, we'd be looking for vital signs like revenue, profit, costs, and cash flow. These numbers tell us if the company is growing, if it's making its bottom line. These are the kinds of questions we try to answer by digging into these financial reports. Looking at the broader picture, Lexicon Pharmaceutical operates in a sector that is highly dependent on research, development, and regulatory approvals. Their financial performance is often tied to the clinical trial progress of their drug candidates, successful product launches. This means that a single quarter's results can be influenced by significant R&D expenses, or conversely boosted by positive trial data or milestones. Understanding their pipeline of new drugs and the potential market size for them is crucial to interpreting their financial health beyond just the numbers in a press release. We also have to consider the competitive landscape. Are there other companies developing similar treatments? How are their financial results and progress? Competitors' successes or failures can directly impact Lexicon's market share and future revenue potential. So when we see their revenues or profits, we should be thinking about how they stack up against others in the pharmaceutical race. From my perspective, this filing is a milestone marker. It's an official confirmation that Lexicon has shared its most recent financial standing. The real insight, however, lies within that referenced press release. Without those specific numbers, revenue growth, net income, any changes in key expenses, or updates on their drug development pipeline, it's hard to give a definitive analysis of their current health or future prospects. However, the act of filing this report signifies compliance and transparency, which are foundational for any publicly traded company. The key to understanding Lexicon's true position and direction would involve dissecting that press release to find out if their sales are up, if they're making a profit, and whether their spending on research is yielding promising results for future growth. It's a solid first step in understanding their performance, but the real story is in the detailed financial disclosure it points to. Alright, that's our quick look at this filing. What are your thoughts on what this company might be reporting? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the world of corporate finance. Also, join our Discord channel linked in the description for more discussions and deeper dives. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.